Today, President Trump announced the expulsion of dozens of Russian intelligence officers from the United States, along with the closure of its consulate in Seattle, Washington. This is the largest expulsion of Russian intelligence officers in United States history. The United States takes this action in conjunction with our NATO allies and partners around the world in response to a military-grade chemical weapon attack on the soil of the United Kingdom by Russia, and yet the latest in a pattern of destabilizing activities around the world. Today's actions make the United States a safer place by limiting the ability of Russia to spy on Americans and conduct covert activities that threaten America's national security. With these actions, the United States, along with its allies and partners, make clear to Russia that its actions have consequences. The bonds between our people remain strong. The United States is ready to cooperate and forge a better relationship between our two countries. But that will only be possible when Russia chooses to become a more responsible partner.
Today, I was requested to come to State Department, where it was announced that 48 diplomats will be expelled from the territory of the United States. Our Consulate General in Seattle will be closed since the 30th of March, and staff could join to other Russian organizations who are working in United States, and some of them can return back to Moscow. I mentioned in my statement in State Department that I consider these actions counterproductive. I said that the United States did a very bad step, undercutting a little what we still have in Russian-American relations.
It is particularly important to be here at a time where you see an increasingly assertive Kremlin, and the unity of response that we've seen from so many of our closest friends and allies has been deeply touching and sends a very clear political message that actually friends and allies stand together no matter how tough and how challenging things are and the situations that we have to deal with as nations.
The EU has shown a really strong support of Britain.
And let us be clear, the United Kingdom's commitment to Estonia is long and it is enduring. Over the last year we have seen how our armed forces have developed a partnership working incredibly closely together through the NATO's enhanced forward presence.
Of fortitude and strength would not have been so.
What President Putin wishes to do is to divide Britain from its allies, to say that we stand alone, to say that actually as an alliance in NATO, as nations with common values, with common beliefs, with common ideas, that we can be driven apart. What has been demonstrated by Estonia and so many of our other friends is that will not be allowed to happen. That in itself is a defeat for President Putin, who wishes to create divisions among one of the most formidable alliances that the world has ever known. Looking at opportunities of how best to deploy the Joint Expeditionary Force, how best to use it, and as
I can confirm that the United States mission to the United Nations informed the Secretariat of its decision to take action under Section 13B of the UN-US Headquarters Agreement with respect to certain members of the permanent mission of the Russian Federation to the United Nations. This action may require those members to leave the country. Given the sensitivity of the matter, which is ongoing, we will not comment further at this stage other than to confirm that the Secretary General will closely follow this matter and engage as appropriate with the governments concerned.
As a direct follow-up to last week's European Council decision to react to Russia within a common framework, already today 14 member states have decided to expel Russian diplomats. Additional measures, including further expulsions within the common EU framework, are not to be excluded in the coming days and weeks.